So, guys, today, what we said we'd do, because we want to do more content for you. Sorry, I look absolutely wrecked.
I
So-
don't.
No, you look pretty good.
Okay.
You look pretty good. I'll give him that. But basically, what we were going to discuss today is, so this is going to be our 4th year married, but we did meet 7 years ago. So we were just going to talk about, what significant changes we've either seen in each other or both of us over the last 7 years. God, it seems like quite a long time now, in the same 7 years. Why we play Scrabble. So it's like a Friday afternoon or Friday evening at this stage. We said we'd have a drink and just mess around, play a bit of Scrabble, have an easy start to the weekend. Well, we'll see about that. But so let's kick this off. All right, COME, come.
Oh, you know how to do that, Colin?
So 7 years ago we met. What question do I have here? So, am I still the same as I looked back 7 years ago?
No, actually, 7 years ago, when I met him, he was a boy. He looked like a boy. But it's interesting because then I saw him 2.5 years later. He was 23 when I met him. Then 2.5 years later, when I saw him in Dublin, it was interesting because he was the same person, but his body had turned into a man. It was just interesting. I mean, it just had filled out, kind of all that youthfulness left him. No, I'm just teasing. But no, it was just interesting seeing, all the changes in him that had happened. And actually, I like the better way. I loved him as a kid, or a boy, or a teenager. No, a young 20s man. But no.
So what?
No, but I liked him better. 2.5 years later, to me, his attractiveness was more. So it was interesting.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet you pie.
8.
E or
And this
E?
is air. Yeah, look it up.
E or
Okay,
E.
here,
Oh.
era. Okay, eras. Okay, even more words. Good, thank you. Oh no, it's interesting. But in addition to Aaron, kind of growing up, it was like, I thought he was this, wild, crazy, person running around New York, like, without a head on, just doing whatever he did and stuff. And, and I loved him. But then I came to know him as a different person. And, he's even better than I thought he was most of the time. But, no, I'm surprised, like, how compassionate he is and how loving he is to everybody else but me. No, how loving he is. And, there's so many things about him that I've learned that just, impressed me so much more.
So 7 years, God. Stuck with you for 7 years.
That's right.
What's been the biggest change to your life from 7 years ago we first met to now?
I'm living in Ireland.
Yeah, can't get much bigger than that.
With no friends. No good food. No, I'm just kidding. I'm living in Ireland, which, I'm only living here because of Aaron. Otherwise, I'm being honest. I hope I'm not insulting any of you Irelandese people. Irish people.
Irish, that's what you're
But
looking
it's
for.
not my favorite place. And, but no, I love it, because Aaron's here. So that's all right. But so what did you ask? My biggest change?
Just what's been the biggest change to your life?
Yeah,
now, besides me.
I'm living in a different country. But
that's pretty big.
Another change in my life is I get to wake up with somebody I love every morning. Shh, don't tell him that.
Oh, you're sick. Question for you guys, actually. So, Mike, you moved here I don't know anymore, 4 or 5 years ago. Would you guys move for someone, if you thought that there was a possibility for, a proper, serious relationship? I'd be kind of curious to see what other people's perspectives are on that. Because I was pretty big. I was pretty surprised when he was willing to move over here to see where our relationship to see where it went. Obviously, it ended up us being married. So another question for you. So this is gonna be our 4th year married. So we met 7 years ago. So what's been the biggest change in our relationship, you feel, or you notice?
In the last 7 years?
I guess so, yeah. I guess so.
I hope we learn to be vulnerable with each other and be more honest and not be as scared to tell the truths that there are.
Yeah, I think one interesting thing with us is that we've always been pretty truthful with each other. I think that's always been the case with us, which is good. But I think there was at one stage where we both didn't tell each other how much we actually liked each other, loved each other. So that's kind of interesting. So you think we're more willing to be open with each other, more vulnerable now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I think we've learned to, I don't know if it's trust each other. Yeah, I think we've learned to trust each other, and that, we've learned that we're not going to judge each other. And,
I trust you with my life.
And I think that's, that's something pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So anyway, yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. What do you write? Home. Hoax? No, that's right, Aaron. Go ahead. Leave it. No, leave it. Go ahead.
Oh, that's not. Is that right?
He has to go to remedial spelling.
How have the last 7 years been?
Great. Well, I know the last 3.5, I guess 3 3/4 since we got engaged and I came to see you in Ireland have been great. Before the 2.5 years that I didn't see you, they certainly weren't bad, but I thought about you a bit.
You are the
Just
sweetest.
a bit.
You are the sweetest, honestly. That's why I love you.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 7 years, have you seen any changes in yourself?
Yes.
Give us a little more.
No, I don't know. I think I've become more lighthearted, haven't I? How have I changed? Nothing. I think I look more forward to every day. I look forward to just being with you every day and waking up with you every day. So, Aaron, how have you changed in the last 7 years since we met in 2017?
How have I changed? Well, I've definitely become more considerate of you, because I've never been in a relationship this long. I've never got married before, obviously. So I'm definitely more considerate of the other person and their feelings. So it's not just all about me anymore. When you're in a relationship, you really gotta think about the other person. What else? I feel like I'm still able to be my kind of fun, wild, crazy self, mainly because you are pretty much the same way. So that
You think I'm crazy?
I know you're crazy.
Okay.
I know you're crazy. So that definitely helps. What else? It's a big change going from being I guess is it a big change going from being single to to in a committed relationship to being married. But also it feels like it wasn't a big change, because I feel like I'm still the same person, but the only significant difference is that I don't just think about me anymore. I think about you. So I think about us,
Mm-hmm.
So there's no decision that just is solely about me. It's kind of all comes back to both of us, I guess.
Do you sleep around still?
Every night I get a chance.
Do you miss it?
No, I don't sleep around at all, which has been a big change, to be honest.
Okay. I'm glad
I
you're
shouldn't say big change, but it is. I used to...
Was that something hard to do?
Was it hard? Not as hard as I thought it would be. I thought it would be, I thought I would think about it more. I thought I would like to sleep around more or whatever. But no, I'm kind of surprised. But then again, I think it probably goes back to because I enjoy being with you so much. I enjoy sex with you so much. I enjoy just everything with you so much that it didn't cross my mind, to be honest.
Now, we're kind of an island where you've used everybody up, but if we went to the States... where you... No, I'm just teasing.
Okay, we're getting a little tipsy while playing this, believe it or not. And
Cheers. That's the Irish in me. Is that cheers? No, what do the Irish say?
Sláinte.
Oh, cilantro. Cilantro, you bitch. Go, go on.
So, and he's also hammering me at Scrabble at this stage. But hey. So we've been trying to answer just questions based off pretty much the last 7 years since we first met. If there's any questions that you guys want to know, or absolutely anything, I mean, just fire away.
Come on, Brim, come, keep them coming. I don't hear you. No.
Can you think of anything before? I mean, try and think of anything else. Is there anything else?
No, I mean, this might sound really queer to say, but I mean, I don't mean queer that way, but in the last 7 years, I found that Aaron's a much better person than I ever thought he was, and the funny thing is, I loved him then, but I love him even more now. I mean, despite the fact that he wasn't a good person, I still loved him. Or I mean, he was a good person, just not that good.
You're so sweet.
But anyway, I always
That's
just find more and more good things about him that I love and I appreciate, and that's wonderful.
That is really sweet. I'm not even lying. That is actually super sweet.
Okay, thank you. Take over.
And I'm trying to think. So like, if I'm honest, like the last 7 years, 7 years ago, I definitely think I'd be married. Definitely did think I'd be married. But in saying that, like, there's one thing I'll always say. I always say to Mike, it's like,
never say never.
I don't ever say that to you, but it's really weird being with someone that I genuinely find so attractive. So it's like if I was watching porn like 7 years ago, it would literally be like over like someone like him. So like that's why I think sometimes I just like completely forget about the rest of the world, because like I'm like literally I have exactly what I desire firsthand, like. So it makes things like a little bit more fun as well, like, to be honest. But yeah, no, the last 7 years I've like honestly flew. Like, really have. Like, I keep thinking I'm like 24, and then I realize, God, I'm like 30. But I've loved it, yeah.
It was just his birthday, and I just really had to ask myself if I wanted to be with a 30-year-old. It just seems like way over my age range.
I know, look, we're both daddies now, so we can
Dad to dad, we talk. Okay, I'm going to take my turn. Aaron might have a few things to say to you, but I got to keep my lead here.
But look, honestly, guys, I think that's all from us. But again, if there's anything else you want to know, focusing specifically on the last 7 years since we met. So we met in 2017, and God, we're in 2024. To now fire away, and we will do our best to answer. And look, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure.